For centuries, a great myth has shaped public perception. The idea that science and Christianity are locked in conflict. This notion, often repeated, has led many to believe that faith hinders scientific progress. But what if history tells a different story? Modern science didn't emerge in a vacuum. It required a foundation, a worldview that saw the universe as rational, orderly, and open to discovery. And that foundation was Christianity. Historians now recognize that the so-called war between science and religion is largely a myth, constructed in the late 19th century to push Christianity aside in favor of secular naturalism. But for over 300 years, from the 1500s to the late 1800s, faith and science were not enemies. They were allies. Men like Johannes Kepler, Robert Boyle, James Clerk, Maxwell, Michael Faraday, and Lord Kelvin, pioneers of physics, chemistry, and electromagnetism, were devout Christians. They believed the universe was created by an intelligent God and could be studied through logic and experimentation. As Kepler famously said, science was about thinking God's thoughts after him. Unlike Eastern religions, which often view the material world as an illusion, Christianity teaches that the universe is real, designed by a creator, and governed by consistent laws. Genesis 1:1 states, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." This belief in an orderly creation laid the foundation for the scientific method. In the late 1800s, a movement sought to rewrite history. Andrew Dickson White's A History of the Warfare of Science with Theology in Christendom falsely portrayed Christianity as an enemy of progress. Today, his book is recognized as a biased account, propaganda rather than history. In reality, science depends on fundamental assumptions: that the external world is real, human reason is reliable, and nature operates under consistent laws. But here's the key: none of these assumptions can be proven scientifically. They are philosophical beliefs that align perfectly with a Christian worldview. Even secular scholars recognize this. Lauren Eiseley, an anthropologist, wrote, "It is the Christian world which finally gave birth in a clear, articulate fashion to the experimental method of science itself. Science didn't emerge in the East or in Africa. It developed in the Christian West, where faith provided the soil for its growth. But what about today? Is there still a connection between science and Christianity?" In recent decades, a major shift has taken place. Philosophers of science now recognize that materialism, the belief that only nature exists, cannot explain the foundation of science itself. This has led to a renewed dialogue between theology and science. Institutions like Cambridge and Oxford have chairs in science and theology, while academic journals continue publishing research on this topic. Even secular journals acknowledge the profound influence of Christian thought on science. So, is science at war with Christianity? No. The real battle is between truth and misinformation. Christianity didn't hinder science, it gave birth to it. The deeper we look, the more we see that science and faith are not enemies, but partners in the pursuit of truth. The heavens declare the glory of God, Psalm 19:1. The more we understand the universe, the more we recognize its creator. Will we acknowledge him